Well, this is Texas Tiger Digs. If I did all of my videos this way, I would look a lot smarter. But this is the first time I'm doing the intro to my video post-hunt. I'm not coming out with these extraordinarily detailed plans I've got, these huge involved testing scenarios. I'm not through with those, but it doesn't really fit in this case. Anyway, I was going out to the big park. And that was in the previous video, the one I'm not showing because it's just so different than the way things turned out. I went out to the big park and I was going out to the athletic fields, to do a little scanning around the edges of the fields to see if I could find anything. That fell through with a major clang. So I went out relatively early, 9, not that early, but 9, and there was a huge soccer game going on a fourth of this complex of fields. Okay, so that one was locked off. No big deal there. I could still do it. But on another fourth of that complex of fields, they were actually doing seeding. It looks like they had removed the grass or they had put in field dirt and were now seeding it, I guess, so it'll be ready for the spring. And I'm sure in the spring this place is going to be full of multiple soccer games or whatever games people want to play. So anyway, so that pretty much locked the field out. And I wasn't going detecting in the rest of the field with the guy in the tractor seeding. I don't know how sympathetic, even in parks where detecting is allowed, they would be of a guy digging, even though I'm going to be digging very little, in a half the field when they're seeding a quarter of that field. So I decided I'd better let that go. So I dropped back into the main part of the park and went around the edges of the lake area. It's like a big pond, basically. And found nothing much there. So I went up and then down a little area between the running way or track where people run and where people walk their dogs. And I went outside of that and then found virtually nothing. So I'll just show you what I found. This is what I found. I found foil. I found can slaw. I found what looks to be wire. I found caps. I found a bottle cap, and I found more in every kind of cruddy aluminum known to man, but nothing of any value at all. Not a penny, not a nickel, not a dime, not a quarter. But like you said, I'm running my discrimination wide open. In fact, I was running a program on my desk that I got off of the net, basically using no discrimination and full tone. So I was getting lots of sounds, and then when I get that special tone or mid tone or high tone, I was digging, and that's what I got. I'm still looking for the ring, and like I said, the more trash I get, that means I'm a little bit fewer, buttloads of trash to the ring than I was before. Of course, like I told you, I've always been interested in probability as related to games of chance, though I'm not a gambler. So, but I do know that every occurrence you got is an isolated occurrence. So if you think you're moving things between you and that ring, no, that might mean you'll get the ring tomorrow, first dig, or next month, 31st dig. You never know. Anyway, so that's what I've got. Anyway, that's that part. So, oh yeah, and I went out and I used a Cibola, and I went out to one of the smaller parks, and I used the elliptical search coil, one I've rarely used before. I always look at it as sort of a halfway point between a round coil and a smaller sniper coil. You know, he can get into corners and things like that, but there are no corners in most parks, so I put it on. I guess it was more just for the heck of having it than for any practical purpose. So no big plan behind that anyway. All right, let's get that. Let me talk about something more interesting uh, beyond my failed plans. I did find something. This I found a weeder. Uh, I really like this weeder. Now I like the look of the weeder. Not because it's got this pseudo ergonomic deal they've got out where, you know, it in fact is called ergonomic. But I'm thinking I can use this. You know, I'm going to do some testing with it and I'll give you some results. Um, on those particular digs of shallow targets, say 1 inch, 1.5 inch, 2 inch, I'm hoping I can get under it with this, pop it up just enough to get the target, and then be able to fold the ground back down. So hopefully leaving very little evidence that I've been there. You know, I'm not going to create plugs. I've got different weeders, but basically I have to dig with those weeders and pull the weeder all the way out, hoping to get in here and just be able to pop that coin up. Now, that's in a perfect world, so this might not work at all, but I'm going to give it a shot. In any case, what this thing is called is the Radius Garden Ergonomic Aluminum Weeder. So that's a mouthful. So I'm going to be using that. And I got one other purchase right here. I guess buying this is the ultimate height of wishful thinking, but it is a diamond tester. Dusiec, D-U-S-I-E-C diamond tester, diamond selector 2. So you know, when I do find that ring, or if it does have a stone in it, and hopefully the future rings it might have stone in it, I want to know if those stones are real. And I also have a girlfriend that had need for it too, so it's not a useless purchase in any case. But like I said, it's a lot of wishful thinking in it. But I'm going to keep it in my back. Like I said, I'm making plans for success, not plans for failure. Anyway, that's what I've got right now. Like I said, I'm not advocating that you buy either of these. Now, I don't think it's bad to buy a diamond selector, especially if you're a beach hunter, because you're going to run into a lot more rocks than us poor ground pounders out here in the internal part of the country. Now, Texas does have a coast, but I am about 8 hours from it. Like I told one of the guys in one of my replies to his comments that being in a huge state like Texas does have its disadvantages. You know, there is a coast down there, but I'm not going to do 8 hours of driving to get to it and then 8 hours back. You really don't have the time unless I'm on holiday or vacation. Anyway, so that's what I've got for today. So a couple of little purchases, and I did give you my my hunt for the day, so I don't feel bad. And like I says, a lot of my hunts and a lot of your hunts are going to look like this if you're new. If you're new to detecting, you know, coins are sometimes going to be a rarity, and they're sometimes going to be the exception and not the rule. In any case, I'm going to keep at it, keep digging for my ring. Keep finding new things. Like I said, this is relatively inexpensive. I don't know what this thing was, 14, 15 bucks. So it's nice. That's a nice thing to have. And you know, I don't think this was, I don't know, 20, 30 bucks. I don't know the exact. Don't remember the exact price. But you know, keep trying, keep checking. And this is Texas Tiger Digs. Subscribe. Put in the comments. Tell me what new and unusual thing that you purchased that might help me in my metal detecting, and I will keep giving you information on the new things I buy, even the huge mistakes. Hopefully this is not one of them. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. This is Texas Tiger Digs, and I'm out.